You guys ready in the back? All right, go ahead, y'all.
Jeez.
Oh, is this
Start off.
Oh, it's my go? Oh, okay. Well, let me think. No, I'm just playing. Was there anything that surprised you about the way the defense played that you would like to get fixed before Duke?
Yeah, I think there's a lot. I think we made two really bad mistakes, two really bad errors. And the first one was one of a coverage that we practiced a bunch, and it just, I stressed to him yesterday. Every game we've played has come down to, whether it's the last play of the game, whether it's the 6 overtimes or the last play of regulation. So we can't give up a 55-yard touchdown pass. You look back at Wake Forest, it was a very similar mistake. And so I got to do a better job coaching it. And we got to have a little bit better attention to detail. I feel like we talked to him about this the last 2 weeks. There's been a dip in the second quarter, I think, focus-wise. And I think that's something that we've got to do a better job coaching.
Jake, can you break down the error on that play as well as?
Yeah, we had our eyes in the wrong spot. We should have, with the alignment they were in, we should have been in a little bit different leverage outside, and I got to coach it better.
The long run late.
Long run was a really bad call by me. We had gone up by a touchdown, and I was trying to protect the throw game a little bit. They had banked some throws on us the drive before, really the 2 drives before. And credit to Virginia Tech, they had a really good play, I think, against what we had called, and we didn't get it tackled. So it was kind of a rotation to cover 2, and our half-field safety. Miles got a little bit too wide. The ball kind of popped on him, couldn't get back over top of it. And credit them. That kid's a good player. Wish I'd known a little more about him.
What would be the number one primary reason why you guys had a little trouble with Patterson? You just alluded to the run play, but what else was?
I think he's number one. I think he's a good player. I think anytime you're that committed to running the quarterback, it's hard. It's 10 guys blocking 10 guys, right? So now if you miss or one guy gets leveraged, there's nobody left, right? In the normal run game, somebody's handing the ball off, so there's always an extra guy. So I think they did a good job of getting everybody blocked, getting us into some formations where we didn't have an extra defender a lot. And I think once we settle down, I got to do a better job getting us into a defense where we can go play against whatever the formation shift is. We were in some defenses where the formation probably mattered too much, and I think that once we settled down with it after the long run, I think we were pretty good after that. So that's the challenge with a quarterback that committed to running it.
When you go through the course of a game, you're not anticipating 25 extra plays after regulation ends or anything like that. Was part of it the number of snaps a lot of the guys played? Did they just kind of wear down a little bit, or is there enough between, say, Aaron and Jason, where you can spell them somewhere you kind of trust what you're putting out in the field?
Yeah, we absolutely do. I think the pace the game went. In overtime, we gave up the 1 4th and 3 for a touchdown. Other than that, they didn't get a first down. So I think at the end, I don't think we were tired. I think the early part of the game, our offense did a great job controlling the football, and we didn't play many snaps. We were in the halftime. I was mad at it because we didn't finish the last 5 minutes very well. And we talked about that, like I talked about earlier, but we hadn't played that many snaps, and I think we're in good shape. So it was just the flow of the game. We didn't, it wasn't hot. They weren't tired, and we're going to listen to them a little bit too. They weren't ready to come out, So they probably played a little more than I would have liked for them to have played, but I didn't think we'd go in 6 overtimes. So I think that's where the reps kind of got added up a little bit. Overtime though, you get to rest between you guys know better. It's like 10 minutes between the possessions with all the TV timeouts. So.
How do you prep to defend 2-point conversions, and what kind of goes in that defense when you're in that moment? And you obviously didn't know you were going to get that far into the game.
No, we have a handful of things we kind of go to, and I kind of tell them going out, like, I'm calling this because I'm expecting this. So the first 2-point play, was a red zone coverage alignment that we use a lot, and I thought we did a really good job. Storm made a great play. And then the second one, we kind of thought they'd be in quarterback run, and they just credit them, they blocked us a little better than we got off blocks. We kind of got it. We got one of our best players free with the ball and just didn't get a tackle. So, I think we were in the right call both times. They executed better than we did on the second one.
I think Duke is maybe may still be one of the best teams in protecting the quarterback. Now, how do you get pressure on them?
Yeah, they do a great job. I got a lot of respect for them. I've defended them a lot. The thing they do a great job of is they rarely hold the ball back there very long. So the ball comes out fast. I think he is very aware. He's a redshirt senior that's been there for a while at quarterback, and I think he's very aware of where the protection faults could happen. So if you're already able to get a guy coming free, he knows where it's coming from, and so the ball gets thrown. So they do a great job. And I think O-line wise, I think they don't get beat a lot. You can't say I'm gonna get Jason on this center or this guard or this tackle like we felt some weeks, and he's gonna win. You don't feel like that as much against him either. So that's the challenge. I think the challenge is you've got to try to get one-on-one matchups that are favorable to you without selling out your coverage. And I think that's what we're down there working on right now.
Jay, are you familiar with Pro Football Focus? And if so, what are your opinions on their evaluation?
I know what it is, but I don't know if I look at their evaluations enough to have an opinion. But I know what it is. I see it on Twitter.
They didn't give Chaz a good grade for Saturday. How is your opinion of
How many tackles do you have?
17.
17.
I did all right. He missed some tackles early. One that sticks out that was bad. He could have been better in coverage a couple times, but he did just okay.
Duke will come out 5 wide, empty backfield one series, and then triple option the next. How does that level of diversity affect your prep?
I texted Jeff Monken yesterday, who I used to work for, and I said, Duke's running, they're running the double slot stuff. He was really, and I told him a couple weeks ago when I first watched it that they were. I said, yeah, it's their second most numerous formation behind empty. So that's pretty good coaching right there. You get that done. So, they are very multiple. They do a really good job. I've defended them the last few years, and I've had some good days and some bad days. Hopefully we'll have a good day on Saturday. Anybody else?
I kind of want to go back to the Chaz question or whatnot. I mean, I saw a lot of chatter about him during that game because he had 17 tackles and he was all over the field. And, certain people are saying, oh, this guy's definitely going to be a future, NFL linebacker or whatnot. What are your thoughts about his potential, not only to succeed here at Chapel Hill, but on the next level?
Well, so I think he's got some skills that are hard to find. He can really run. He's explosive. Athletically, he's going to blow the combine test away, I would imagine. So he's still got a long way to go. Learning linebacker and being a linebacker, skill-wise, to be at that level. But you see him improve so much week to week. And then you got another year with him. You start to be pretty confident he's going to have a chance to do that. So I think his skill set is absolutely NFL worthy. He's got to become a better linebacker to reach that. And I know he wants to, and he's committed to doing it.
How remarkable do you think that is for him to make the transition from quarterback to linebacker and be able to be that successful this fast?
Yeah, I've never heard of it. When we first started talking, in the spring, you saw some flashes. You're like, wow, this kid, maybe we can play him on third down some, maybe we can blitz him some. And then in the summer, when you really started to see it kind of forming, I remember asking Coach Brown, like, you ever? He's like, no. And not just, it's one thing if you're like a running quarterback, or you're, in high school, you're a running, and they recruit you, and they recruit you as a linebacker. He started as a quarterback here in a pretty pro-style offense, so he's a pretty talented kid.
I asked Coach Brown about recruiting, and obviously you can't talk about too many recruits, but it seems like it's taken off, particularly on the defense side of the ball. Your take on the momentum right now with your recruiting and whatnot?
I think we've got as good a head coach as anybody in the country, and kids want to play for really good head coaches. We got a really cool school, graduate like of yourself. So I think when you've got a really great school and you've got a really great head coach, kids are attracted to it. So, and our fans have been awesome. The home games have been awesome. So you factor those in, it's easy to recruit.
Not sure you want to single him out as a graduate, but what do you think is resonating defensively in particular?
Jeez.
in the recruiting side of it?
I mean, I think it's those, I think defensively is, you know, when you walk down that hallway and you see some of the people that have played defense here, it's pretty impressive. And I think Coach Brown's made that, you know, made that known to recruits, that you can come here and be as good as anybody. I mean, two of the best players that ever played this game went here and played defensive end or outside linebacker, they're what you call them, Ross. But I think, you know, I think when you're able to get guys, when they can see it, and then, you know, like, we were recruiting a safety, and he was talking to Coach Brown in his office with me, and Coach Brown said, "Who's your favorite player?" And he said, "Earl Thomas." Coach Brown said, "Yeah, I coached Earl Thomas." And it was just like, it's pretty cool, you know? So, like, I think when we get him in there with Coach Brown, and he can talk about, you know, his career and what he's helped kids do, and you look at the academic reputation of the University of North Carolina and how great the fans are, the commitment to facilities, I just think the momentum is really, you know, really special. Hope it continues. Anything else?
Coach.
All right.
Thanks.